another language, another culture, enjoying the culture of food and parties here. People are very sociable and they like to be outdoors all the time, eating food and pinchos and meeting and drinking. They're hardly ever at home watching films or TVs. They're always doing things, so you need to be quite active, I think.
So Dave, what are some of your favourite things to do in San Sebastian, and what sort of person do you think would fit in well to life in San Sebastian?
I think if you're looking for an alternative to the big cities, it might not be as exciting here as Barcelona or Madrid, but you have really high quality of life. This place is famous even among Spanish people for the quality of life here, because we have the mountains, the ocean, really fantastic food, like world-renowned food.
And it doesn't strike me as one of the Spanish cities that's near a beach, like the ones in the south where they've kind of been a bit taken over.
Totally.
It's
a bit more, probably maybe because the weather is not as consistently good here.
True.
I think that keeps this as more of a secret. But yeah, it is. I think it's like a well-kept secret. I didn't know anything about San Sebastian when I lived in the United States, and now I can't really imagine
not knowing it.
Not knowing it either. Or not living here, not taking the opportunity to live here.
Yeah.
So there's also, for a small city, there's a surprisingly good cultural offering. So there is a film festival every September that brings Hollywood stars.
Oh, cool.
There's a jazz festival every summer where we have concerts on the beach that are free.
That's so nice.
Yeah, really cool. And throughout the year, we get other like film and music events that are definitely worthwhile. Yeah.
Okay, so Hannah, how difficult or how easy was it to set up your life here in San Sebastian when you came?
Well, years ago when I came, it was pretty easy. I think I looked in the newspaper, the back of the newspaper, and then just sent my application to the different academies here. Because it was September, the course was starting. I got a lot of interviews, and I think I went to the first one, and that was it.
There's high demand for English teachers, and there's a low level of English in general, so that has its positive and negative parts. It's good to have some basis so that you can do the daily operations. So my goal when I came here was to improve my Spanish. So I knew enough Spanish to be able to call someone on the phone and rent an apartment with people who were going to speak Spanish with me. Okay. And that for me was the most important thing. That's what made my Spanish better.
Yeah.
In general, don't be afraid to push the limits of your comfort zone.
Okay, good.
So moving abroad is a huge step. So don't be afraid to go a little more, to live with someone that you might not normally live with, and see what that does for learning the language. Learn something that you might not do otherwise, and see if it introduces you to some new local people. Try the food. There's some really interesting food here that I wouldn't have dreamed of liking when I lived in the United States. So don't be afraid to continue exploring, even if you're.
It's so diverse and it changes all the time. So I get to teach very young children, which is very playful and fun and games. And then adults, you get to teach adults that work in engineering or architects, and they tend to be really interesting people. So you learn.
Watching people grow and be able to communicate more and more. When people have moments when they come to me where they're like, last weekend I was in a situation and I know that 6 months ago I wouldn't have been able to do it, and now I can. That's
amazing feeling.
That gets me really excited and sometimes even emotional.
Yeah, that's so nice.
Yeah.